Now let's see this operation, or let's see this problem. It says we are under calculus treating limit. Alright, now this question says evaluate the limit if it exists. Lim as a approaches 0, square root of x plus a minus square root of x all over a, square root of x plus a minus square root of x all over a. So you say evaluate this limit as as a approaches 0. You discover that if you are to fix 0 wherever you see a, you are going to have 0 all over 0. So to avoid this, what are we going to do? Now pay attention. We are having lim as a approaches 0, square root of x plus a minus square root of x all over a. Now this function, we are going to multiply this function by the conjugate all over the conjugate. That is the conjugate of the numerator. That is what we're going to take, and then multiply it all over the conjugate. Do you get what I'm saying? That means this function that we have, we're going to pick the numerator, the conjugate of the numerator, and then multiply this same function by the conjugate all over the same conjugate. You get what I'm saying? Now the conjugate is simply you take the numerator and then change the sign that is separating the two terms. Okay, now let me show you what I am trying to say. So we're going to have lim as a approaches 0, square root of x plus a minus square root of x all over a. Then we're going to say times the conjugate now is square root of x plus a plus, instead of writing minus, we say what now? Plus square root of x all over the same thing, square root of x plus a plus square root of x. Do you understand this? Yes, this is operation that requires conjugate operation. That is when we have square root. Okay, so now let's see what we are going to do here. We have lim as a approaches 0. Let's take them together and then put them in bracket. So we are going to have square root of x plus a minus square root of x in bracket times square root of x plus a plus square root of x in bracket all over a, then square root of x plus a plus square root of x in bracket. Do you see this, right? Good. Now to perform the operation in the numerator, the times, so this is what we'll simply have. We're going to have lim as a approaches 0, x plus a in bracket minus x. I know that you don't understand. Please, for the sake of this problem, I created a video, okay, that I titled conjugate operation. Please watch that video so that you understand what I did here. Okay, please try and watch it. Okay, so I used a shortcut, so in that video I explained it in full. Now let's go. We have lim as a approaches 0, x plus a minus x all over a square root of x plus a plus square root of x. You know, in the numerator, if you perform the operation, this is what you arrived at. Okay, so there's nothing changes. If you perform the operation, this is what you arrive at. Now let's go. Let's open the bracket in the numerator. So if you open the bracket, we're going to have x minus x, which will give you what? 0, remaining a. So we're going to have lim as a approaches 0, a all over a, open bracket, square root of x plus a plus square root of x. Okay, good. Now from here now, we're going to have a divided by a divided by a in the numerator. What will it give you? It will give you 1. That means we're having 1 in the numerator now. And then a divided by a in the denominator, you're going to have what? 1. Then 1 multiplied by the other terms to remain the same, okay? So we are going to have lim as a approaches 0, 1 all over square root of x plus a plus square root of x. Okay? So that means from here now, there's nothing much we can do. Let's plug in our value 0. So we're going to have we're going to have lim as a approaches 0, 1 all over square root of x plus 0. That is, we'll plug in 0 now, okay? Square root of x plus 0 plus square root of x. So square root of x plus 0, it should give you any number. You add 0, it will remain the same, okay? So that means we are going to have lim as a approaches 0, 1 all over square root of x plus square root of x. Square root of x plus square root of x. You know, this is something like orange plus orange. It's going to give you what? 2 oranges. So we are going to have lim as a approaches 0. We are going to have 1 all over 2 square root of x. Okay, square root of x plus square root of x will give you 2 square root of x. Okay, so we're going to have lim as a approaches 0, 1 all over 2 square root of x. Yes, that is it. Thank you for watching. Please keep practicing, and at the same time keep watching. Let's learn the maths together. Let's treat another question.